guys, how you doing? It's Peabutnutterninja, and we are taking a very special look at Loki, the next god that is being released in Smite Beta. And guys, Loki is a melee assassin. The video with Loki's skill reveal is on their Smite game YouTube channel, so definitely check that out. I'll link it in the description below. And guys, so look at Loki and Thor. He is shocking Thor with his little buzzer. So Loki is known as a trickster god. I guess that Loki would be something more like a magical jack-in-the-box, kind of like a Shaco from League of Legends if you play that, but he would use tricks and jumps and little like traps to get people. But other than that, he is actually a melee assassin, if you believe it or not. Let me turn up the volume just a little bit. And so he, as a melee assassin, he is going to be very, very powerful coming out of the jungle. And he is actually one of the first gods to utilize stealth, if not the only god. In fact, there is no other god in this game that can actually stealth and kill their enemies. And as we go through the skill section, we will pause it to showcase exactly how Loki can do damage. And I think Loki will be very strong with warrior tabbies, and with starting with a creeping curse as well. I do like to do that on my melee attack damages. So this is Loki's passive. He deals 20% more damage from basic attacks when hitting enemies from behind. So guys, this is very, very key. You can stealth and use this to your advantage and just do so much damage to enemies, especially if they're running from you and they're not engaging you. So great chase tool indeed. And so this is his first skill, Vanish. Loki disappears in a puff of smoke for 3 seconds, and while invisible, Loki is immune to slows and moves 50% faster. So I do believe that you can still hit Loki while he is invisible. So I don't know if I really like the fact that you can still hit him, because that is going to be very, very powerful. Because if you're Anher and you see Loki disappear to run away, you can still stun him, you can still post him, pin him against the wall if you choose. So I don't know if that's going to be that strong or that going to be useful, but 50% faster speed is very, very useful. So, and he also does extra damage when coming out of that invisible for the first, and you can see him doing extra 50, oh, not extra damage, he does a bleed when he comes out of that stealth. So it is going to be a very good damage tool. So 2 is his mobbing skill, his decoy. You can see how Loki launches one guy that explodes and does a little bit of damage, not too much, but if you do target it right, I feel like you can hit all 6 at once. So he's going to be a great laner. And 3rd is another damage skill that adds a slow to the enemy. You can see how running away, and you can see that first hit does so much damage, 272 damage. I'll just pause that right there. So he is going to be able to probably do a stealth, do the bleed, do the slow, and then if the enemy runs into a minion line, then you can use your decoy to distract them, and maybe even use your decoy on the enemy himself to do extra damage and explode them. So it is going to be very interesting. I wish the decoy did provide a slow as well. That would be very, very strong, maybe even overpowered at that point. But Loki's going to be very, very hard, but he doesn't really have any escapes to talk about. As you can see, this is his ultimate, which is the closest thing you can call to an escape, and you can see that it does physical damage plus a stun. So when you are fighting with Loki, I imagine you would probably, let's just pause it here, I would imagine that you probably initiate with the disappear. So you disappear, you stab him in the back, you give him bleed, you do the slow, and as the enemy is getting away, you can use your decoy to maybe try to secure that kill, and if that doesn't work, then you can finally use your ultimate to get that stun and maybe some extra damage, get that creeping curse on them. And so he's going to be a melee assassin, and I do like myself MLG Bastet, so I'm going to definitely get Loki, as he is probably going to be right on my alley in terms of how I play my attack damage gods. So you can see him initiating with his ultimate there, and he's doing a lot of damage to Odin, but not too much, and then Zeus does get the kill on Cupid, so he can be really squishy, I believe. And I'm going to be very interested to see how else we're going to build Loki. I'm probably going to build him with a Heartseeker, just because I build most of my AD carries with Heartseeker, but I don't know if he's going to be super squishy or not. I do believe he is. And so you can see he uses his stealth there, but it is a really short time, but I think that 50% extra movement speed is really going to help, especially when you have a Heartseeker, just to catch those people in the jungle and out of lane. So you can see this decoy coming up, killing all all those minions, and you can see Raw unexpected the gate. He's getting so much damage, and he's going to use his ultimate to chase him down. Exactly how the style that I do want to play and catch. I do believe he's going to be really, really squishy though, so we're going to have to see if he's going to be completely viable against maybe Anhir. I compare everyone to Anhir because I think Anhir is one of the strongest gods in game because he has a stun, slow, and a jump, and no other god in game has that. So Anhir I consider the most overpowered. So we can see the skills, one going into decoy, then going into the first skill and the third skill. So I guess they want you to use your stealth first with the bleed, and then with number 3 you can use your slow. I think number 2 is going to be very strong because it'll allow Loki to jungle early on because he'll get that decoy and he can distract and take a lot of hits. So I'm going to see exactly how jungling with Loki is going to be. It is probably going to be pretty strong because look at that, 3 seconds plus DPS, and during that 3 seconds those will be targeting the decoys. That could be damage on you, but it's not. So I will definitely use this. I do recommend Warrior Tabby, level 1, Creeping Curse, and Heal Pots. So I think that's going to be much stronger than going with Warrior Tabby number 2, but it is up to you. Let's see, Golden Bow, very interesting skill build. I wouldn't go Golden Bow first. I would rather go Heartseeker or Void Blade after my Warrior Tabbies. And Fatalis, very interesting for that cooldown. We'll have to see exactly how long the cooldowns on Loki is. And he's going to be available for purchase tomorrow, guys. So tomorrow, Insta-Lock Loki Day. And there's going to be a new game mode. So guys, stay posted to updates with my Smite channel. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like, favorite, subscribe, comment as you do. And guys, as always, thank you so much for your support, and Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye-bye, guys.